baseball on the show from the bank, Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Washington Nationals and the Philadelphia Phillies. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Robbie Ray, a southpaw from Tennessee, is the man on the mound. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, Matty, you take a look at that whip, less than 1. What that means, he's allowing less than 1 base runner per inning. Outstanding. DENARD
Span heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Center fielder, number 2.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Jordan on the move, but this will land foul shy of the wall.
First pitch, 7:06.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2. These Phillies, Eric Karros, as they enter play here tonight. They were losers last time out, but still in a decent groove as they'd won 4 of 5 prior to that.
Yeah, and the pitching really let them down last time. Too often their guys were falling behind and having to throw fastballs on 2-0 or 3-1. That'll catch up with you after a while.
And here's how the Nats line up in this one. Thoughts, EK? Anyone stand out?
Well, I know they love what Ian Desmond brings to this offense. His on-base percentage is over 400 the last 10 ball games. He's done an excellent job of finding ways to contribute, getting on base, and setting up the guys behind him for run-scoring opportunities.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Here's a ball skied in the air near the line, back behind first. There to take it is Bautista, and he's got it for out number 2. And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at how the Phils will set up on D. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, Curtis Granderson, really known as an offensive outfielder, but he's very reliable defensively. Watched him run down a number of balls, still has a relatively decent arm, not your prototypical outfield arm, but good enough to play an all-star caliber outfield.
Bryce Harper is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. You got to figure that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
So would the guy on the mound.
And he falls behind 0-2. And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. The 1-2 pitch. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
Yeah, and on 1-2, when you know the guy at the plate needs to protect, that's a great spot for that curveball. A lot of guys, they would have gone fishing for that.
A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. What's the call here?
I still don't think I throw him a strike. There's a good chance that he's going to be chasing something, expand the zone, so you make him show you that he can hold back.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Nationals gone in order. Now it'll be the Phillies' turn. No score. Max Scherzer, the Missouri-born right-hander, gets the job of starting pitcher here. EK, what do you got?
Yeah, guys, he won his 10th game of the season in his last start. We'll see how he does here.
REVERE comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Phillies, the center fielder, number 11, REVERE.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball one. Eric, these Nationals, as they enter play here tonight, they come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
And that last win gets them a step closer to the 500 mark. They can actually reach 500 if they can pull this one out.
Breaks his bat as this one's popped up.
Wow, just a jam sandwich right there, and all he's holding is about half of his bat. Those look like the kind of bats I used to swing with.
Hit to third. And this ball gets right past him. Boy, looked like he was in position, but they'll have a leadoff base runner.
Well, good start so far for the home guys. 1, 2, 3 top half, followed by a leadoff single here to start things off in the bottom half.
Ben Zobrist will make his way in now as you get a look at his splits there on your screen. Scherzer comes set. Here's the first pitch. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Ricky Holiday.
Well, kind of strangely, Holiday has a bit of a reputation for rewarding the high strike. You know, and that can really upset the hitters sometimes because the pitcher isn't usually trying to throw it there. So we'll see if any of that shows up.
Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. And he took something off of it there. It's 1-2. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Boy, that's a good take there. I don't think I could have laid off that one.
Nobody out, runner on first. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
And now with the full count, I gotta think that means in all likelihood he'll be on the move over there at first.
This is line to left, but he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out. A moment now to check out the hometown Phil's starting lineup. Who stands out to you, EK?
Well, if you're on the mound, you better be careful with Michael Franco. He's got over 100 RBIs on the year, and while his teammates deserve a lot of credit for reaching base and setting the table ahead of him, he deserves the lion's share for consistently coming through in the clutch and driving them in.
Chop foul at the plate, strike one. REVERE rides off for second. Pitch inside the throw, and it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
Well, it's almost impossible to get the runner on a pitch in the dirt. And here, he's just making sure that this ball doesn't get by him to the backstop. You see, he turns his glove over, gets big, and just tries to keep the ball in front of him, and he'll keep that runner from getting any further.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Espinosa's up with it in time to first, and there are two away. And with that, let's take a look at how the Nats will align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, when you talk about a position that requires arm strength, right field is one of those. This man, he has arm strength to die for. He could throw it from the wall. He could probably throw it from the darn stands. I hope he gets a chance to show it off in this one.
Brandon Jordan will stand in, and he's certainly a dangerous man up there, currently second in the National League in RBIs.
Well, this is a pretty small sample size because the season is still young. But I don't have any doubt he's going to be up near the top of a bunch of leaderboards when this year's all said and done.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike one.
Well, this is the kind of situation where they came up short last night. They had opportunities, but they could never really cash them in. So you can bet they'd love to get something going on the board early here.
Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. And here's a ball hit in the air. Zimmerman is there for it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. We'll move to inning number 2 here in Philadelphia with no score. Ryan Zimmerman will stand in. He too had 3 hits in the win last night.
Oh, you look for a guy to produce? He's got 9 RBIs in his last 10 games, and he had another good one yesterday as well.
And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
This is the thing that's so impressive about this guy. He'll show you that good breaking ball, but then he'll run that fastball up the ladder at 92, 93.
Tied him up there as this is softly hit down the line. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and the leadoff man set down to start the second.
Third baseman, Luke Ramey.
Luke Ramey will take his first cuts here as we run the numbers to see his splits between July and August. Into the windup and the pitch. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Jordan sprinting after it. And that's the second out of the inning.
Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 4, Michael Taylor.
Michael Taylor will stand in, back in the lineup after getting the night off yesterday. Here comes the first pitch. First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Well, it's looking like this might be their best chance to get that first base runner out there. And really, this has been one of the few guys that's even been ahead in the count.
No score here as we play inning number 2. Good swing. Just got to try and straighten that one out. And he comes back with a pitch right down the middle for strike 2.
Real good lateral movement on that two-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that. So just keep on throwing it.
And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3. And this one misses high for ball 4, and they have themselves a 2-out base runner.
Batting 7th, catcher, Jose
Lobaton will stand in now, still struggling to get anything going offensively.
Hey, you never know. Things might be looking up for this guy. He's hitting over 300 in his last 10 games, even though his season average doesn't look that good.
And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes.
Well, not really how you want to start the next guy after a walk. That pitch isn't even close.
There's a belt-high strike to even the count at 1-1. A runner on first with 2 away. Fastball not close, and he runs it to 2 balls and a strike.
Well, this is a guy up there that's not hitting a ton right now, but he can still work the count, and that alone can be beneficial to an offense.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. On the ground to third. BELTRE has it, and as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. 1 left for Washington. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Adrian Beltre will stand in here. He drove in one of their 2 runs in last night's ball game.
Well, Matt, he just continues this string of his last 10 games where he's hitting over 300. He has those really, really nice games mixed in there.
And here is strike 1 call to the 37-year-old veteran up there. 0-1.
Well, you saw it right there. He's got a good fastball, and he's going to use it. When you throw in the mid-90s consistently, you have to use that weapon.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit. Hard hit ball to second. Oh, and it's trouble here for Espinoza. And some problems defensively as they allow him to reach first safely.
Well, nothing too out of the ordinary right there. He just doesn't look this one into his glove. And now all of a sudden, they've got a man on here to begin this inning.
Jose Bautista will stand in. A big power threat here, to say the least. Currently 3rd in home runs in the National League.
And he's also in the top 10 in batting average and RBIs. So not just hitting those home runs. He's having a great year overall at the plate.
From the stretch. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike 1.
Well, that is such a good pitch. First pitch changeup. When you know a guy's a first pitch fastball guy, just use his aggressiveness against him.
A runner at first with no outs here. On the ground to the left side. Scooped up. Espinoza back to first, and they'll take care of Bautista as well. It's a double play.
Left fielder, Curtis Granderson.
Curtis Granderson gets his first chance here, looking to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Scherzer's ready. Here comes the first pitch. Got him to go up the ladder there for strike 1.
Yeah, sometimes you give a power hitter like this a fastball at eye level, and he just can't help himself.
Bottom of the second here with no score. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Danny Espinoza will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s. Hit hard back up the middle, and that's a base hit. So a little first pitch swing in there as he's on to kick off the inning.
Yeah, nothing too special about a ground ball single up the middle here, but if you keep putting the ball in play like they've been doing, good things have a tendency to happen. We'll see if this gets them started.
The pitcher, Max Scherzer, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here.
Textbook sack situation here, guys.
First pitch coming, here it is. Showing bunt here, but he takes ball one. You like what you've seen from this guy so far?
I do. I like where he's putting the fastball, and I like the movement he's been getting on both his curveball and changeup. I think he'll do well.
And they indeed have the pitcher bunting here as he gets this one down. And good hustle to get over and tag him for the out.
Well, this is a nice job here of giving himself up. You see him square and put this ball down over toward the right side of the infield, and that's just where you want it to be. They do put the tag on him, but, hey, he gets the job done.
Here's the center fielder, DENARD Span, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's set. Here's the 0-1. This one's blooped out toward right center field. Under it is Zobrist. 2 away now.
Maybe a pitch here that he's trying to do a little too much with. He just can't get on top of it and winds up an easy pop out.
Coming to the plate now, Ian Desmond, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
In the dirt here, but fortunately here, no advance. Drilled right back up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. Espinoza will round third and head for the plate, and they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
That's all about picking up your teammate there. The guy before him pops up and can't get the run home, so he's up there saying, hey, don't worry, I got it. He knocks in the 2-out RBI.
Bryce Harper steps in to try and keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single.
And that's a nice job right there to drive in the run by the last guy, and it can definitely fire up a team when someone comes through big time with 2 outs.
Pitch is a cold strike. The throw, and he'll be tagged out at second base, trying to get into scoring position, but instead the inning is over. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for the Nationals. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Nationals 1 and the Phillies 0. Jeff Mathis digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Catcher, Jeff Mathis.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
And no swing, apparently. Ball 1.
Well, that's a huge difference between being 0-2 and 1-1 as a hitter, especially against a guy like this on the mound. So that's a good job to hold up on that pitch.
That's on the corner to put him behind now. 1-2.
Yeah, and it's hard to look for a changeup there, especially when a guy's got a good live fastball.
half swing here, but it won't matter. It's strike 3 called anyway, and that's out number 1.
Well, the strikeouts sure come in bunches for this guy. Remember, he had 10 of them in his last start, and he's well on his way to maybe even matching that number in this game.
Standing in now, Robbie Ray. Check swing grounder to the right side. Backhanded. He'll feed it to Scherzer, covering to record the out.
The center fielder, number 2, REVERE.
Ben Revere will stand in. He singled to lead off the home first.
And it was a nice at-bat, too, Matty. He looked really, really comfortable up there.
Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. It remains 1-0. Bryce Harper will step in to start things for the Nationals. He'll be followed by Ryan Zimmerman waiting on deck.
BRYCE HARPER.
First offering on its way. Out in front of it, strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. Right side hit hard, and this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
Yeah, and this is something he'll figure out as time goes along. It's not how hard you throw, it's how well you can disrupt a hitter's timing. Growing up, guys are used to just blowing the ball by hitters, but once you get to this level, it doesn't always work out that way.
Ryan Zimmerman stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. Swing and a miss as he ran that in on him. A ball and 2 strikes.
Doing a good job right there of tying him up inside. Got in on his hands that time before he could get that barrel through the zone.
Drives it to deep right field. Jordan racing back, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
It's kind of a surprise to me that he wouldn't try to go for 2 on this play. I don't know if he got caught up in his home run trot a little bit too early or what. He's going to wind up on first base here with a single off the wall.
Into the box, Luke Ramey. He flew out in his last at-bat.
And I'm sure he'd like a base hit right now here of any sort. But hey, another fly ball wouldn't be all that bad because he should be able to drive in a run with a sacrifice fly.
And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
As a hitter here, you've got to make him get the ball up. You don't go swinging at pitches that are down in the zone and more likely to turn into double play balls.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And nope, this one falls, so he'll get another shot. 1 run, 4 hits. 1 error thus far for the Nationals. That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
And even on 1 and 2 now, you've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking here. You've got to put this ball in play.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Has to be thinking strikeout here. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball.
Well, I'd be surprised if they go back to the curve again on 2 and 2. He's had a couple of pretty good looks at it at the plate.
Ground ball right side. Zobrist is able to get there on to first, and it's a double play, although the run does come in to score from third.
Wow, you know, it looked like they might have had a big inning brewing here with first and third to start things out. They do get a run home here, but I'm pretty sure that's not exactly what they had in mind.
Into the box now, Michael Taylor. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
Anytime you can throw a first pitch strike to about 60% of the batters you've faced or better than that, then you should get pretty good results. And we're in the middle innings in this game, so that's pretty good.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
And after walking him the first time around, he's all business here in the second at-bat.
Chopped foul over towards the dugout. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for the Nationals. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. Washington leads this one 2-0. Ben Zobrist is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
Well, he gets ahead of another hitter there, and I'm told he's thrown a first pitch strike to around 90% of the batters he's faced so far, and that's pretty amazing.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. And he's a little too high with that one. 2 balls and a strike. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
Oh, I think he'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th.
First walk he's given up so far, and when you combine that with just 1 hit, it's not hard to see why these guys are having a lot of trouble scoring runs.
Maikel Franco stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. First pitch on its way. He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Line to the right side. In there, a base hit.
He's in there. He's safe.
And you see on the graphic right there that his hitting streak will indeed live on as he just continues to hit the ball well.
Can you imagine waking up every morning, coming to the ballpark, knowing that you're going to get a base hit like he's feeling it right now?
Brandon Jordan will stand in now with 2 on here and nobody out to begin the inning.
And on the mound, he hasn't found himself in too many rough spots so far, so this might be his first real test of the ballgame.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
Now with 2 on and nobody out, it's looking like this scoreless string could be in some jeopardy.
First and second here with nobody out. Oh, and trouble lurking now. He's got it to 2-0.
He's in a situation now where he does not want this game to get away from him. 2 guys on already. Now he's not in the strike zone to this hitter. He's got to reel it back in because you're flirting with a little bit of danger now with another ball.
2-0 count and the pitch. Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. Hitter's count now. Here's the 2-1. And he misses low here, so the count goes to 3-1. Well, as if things weren't bad enough, he's in danger now of loading the bases for that man.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever a sound strategy in anybody's book.
Here's the 3-1. And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
Second walk here in the 4th inning. I mean, that's too many against this bunch. It doesn't look like he and his catcher are on the same page right now.
So striding in, Adrian Beltre, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1.
You cannot let this situation get any worse. You got to be thinking strikeout or ground ball. Even if you allow 1 run to score in this inning, that would be a major victory.
And he misses again, 2-0. 2-0, bases loaded. You let him swing here?
Oh, this is a run producer's dream right here. I'd let him go, but only if it's his pitch in his spot.
Bases loaded here, nobody out. Line drive to left. All coming on hard as he makes the diving catch.
Wow, tough play.
They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
Well, the run's going to wind up scoring on the play anyway, but how's this for a nice play? This inning could have gotten a lot worse if he doesn't come up with that one.
Throw over to first, and a dive, but he's back. Into the box, Jose Bautista. And she'll take a look at ball 1.
Very tempting up there, but that's also a pitch that a lot of guys will pop up. So that's a nice job of laying off.
This is hit softly to third, but gloved by the third baseman for the out.
Well, I think in the scorebooks, this is going to go down as a second straight line out, but this one was definitely much easier than the last one.
Now a throw over to first, and he's back standing. In now, Curtis Granderson. Pitch out. Nothing doing. A 1-0 delivery. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike.
And that had all the looks of a guy who was going to take a giant hack. 2-0, no matter where that pitch was. EK, I know you never did that.
No, not me. Maybe once or twice.
High pop-up. Ramey calls for it. And the inning is over. Phillies will have to be content with just the 1. We played 4 full. Nationals on top, 2-1. Jose Lobaton heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
Catcher, Jose Lobaton.
First pitch of the at-bat. Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. It's ball 1. The pitch count there. 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
That's inside. 2-0. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
And it goes without saying, but this has to be in the strike zone. You don't want him on base to start off the inning.
From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
Well, it seems to me like you've at least got to make him go after something there. I mean, the bat never left his shoulder. That's making it way too easy for a guy leading off the inning.
Danny Espinoza strides in after getting a base hit and later scoring the first time around. Here's the first pitch to him. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. One 1-0 count. Here it is. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
All of a sudden, home plate's jumping around on him out there. He hasn't found the strike zone yet.
5th inning, 2-1 our score. Swing and a miss on the heater, and it's 2-1.
Hey, when you've got the pitcher on deck, that's not a bad idea. Take a hack at something.
It's sharply toward third, but gloved by the third baseman for the out, but he's safe at first as he gets back in time. So after the line out on the fastball, might be a pretty good time to check out the pitch speed comparison for these 2 starters. Both guys topping out at 95 miles an hour. Max Scherzer comes to the plate, possibly receiving a bunt sign in order to stay out of the double play.
Yeah, and everybody's got a different opinion on this situation. But in reality, it really comes down to how the pitcher is with the bat in his hands and what he can do.
One there. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. So they go quietly here in this half inning. Home half of the fifth coming up. It's the Nationals 2 and the Phillies 1. Jeff Mathis will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the fifth. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Chopped foul right at home plate. Scherzer looks in. Here it is on 0-2. Got him on the good slider there. Swung on and missed as he's down on strikes for the second time tonight. So yet another strong outing for him tonight as we show you the league leaders in ERA.
Well, guys, he's one of the best in the league in that department right now. And when you're pitching as well as he is, the scoreless innings just seem to stack up. He's got another good outing going here.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Robbie Ray is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. Fastball called for strike two.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Yeah, he's able to set down his opposite number there, and I'll tell you, these two guys have pretty much matched each other pitch for pitch so far.
Ben Revere will stand in now. He's singled and struck out in 2 trips. First delivery to him on the way. And this is taken outside for ball 1.
You know, maybe the most impressive thing about his performance so far, he's doing it all in a hitter's ballpark. But it's hard to come in here and pitch like this, but he's done a heck of a job.
That evens it up 1-1. Two out, nobody on. That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. Count holds at 1-2. Here's one that barely misses off the inside corner. 2-2.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball right now, and that's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. And he gets him to chase one up in the zone, and this is popped high in the air toward the left side. Ramey has got it, and the side is retired. Phillies down in order. They still trail it here 2-1. DENARD Span will stand in, and he'll lead off in the Washington 6th.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
And that's in there for strike one. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
Now some action in the Phillies bullpen as a right-hander begins to crank it up out there. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Curveball, but he can't get him to chase it 1-2.
Yeah, a smart pitch there. If you got him to reach for it 0-1, maybe he'll do it again 0-2.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
You know, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2. Set to follow here is Ian Desmond. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Slapped hard the opposite way. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Now batting, shortstop, Ian Desmond.
We'll give you another look at all 8 pitches here in the at-bat. I mean, this was a battle from beginning to end. He took some tough pitches, fouled off a few more, and then eventually he gets his reward with a solid base hit.
Here's the shortstop, Ian Desmond, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. Now the 0-1. Pitch out, nothing doing. One and one, here it comes. Runners off for second. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Right over the top here with the 4-seam fastball. Good drive through the release. Just threw it right by him at the letters.
Now a snap throw to first, and the runner back safely.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
Here's Bryce Harper now. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball one. Two runs, 5 hits, 1 error thus far for the Nationals. In for a strike, it's 1-1. On his way to pitch number 75. Now a curveball's in there, 1-2 now.
Very patient here to start the at-bat, maybe even a little too patient, because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
Now we'll snap one off over to the bag. And the runner back.
Just checking.
And oh, a big rip at the curveball, but he didn't get it, and he becomes the second casualty of the inning.
He's been able to get outs when he needs them with that curveball, and there you see what his pitch breakdown has been so far.
Ryan Zimmerman will dig in, 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. And he'll step off the rubber and go to first. And he just manages to get his hand in.
Just keeping an eye on him.
Now a fastball to start things out. Didn't miss by a lot, but it's 1-0.
That's a good pitch call right there on that fastball away. That works almost like a pitch out, just in case he's thinking about it over there at first.
Hot shot down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but it gets by the glove down the line.
Now batting, third baseman,
Luke Ramey strides in now, and we'll see if he can come through with 2 on and 2 out here in the 6th.
Well, there's still a lot of this game left, but it is starting to get late. This is a big opportunity that they don't want to let slip away.
This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike 1. Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. Sets the target low here, and it misses 1-1.
And this is a spot where the Nats have had their share of trouble. They have to have someone come through here.
Low scoring game thus far, 2-1 here in the 6th. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, a good job here of working himself back into a hitter's count, especially with 2 men on base in front of him.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. Line toward the gap in left center. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. Around third and being waved on home. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second.
Well, I got to tell you, I love the way this guy just lets it rip. Ahead in the count, behind in the count. It really doesn't matter to this guy. He's just going to go up hacking. And he drives in a run right here as he just drills this one for 2 bases.
Here comes the Phillies skipper on his way out toward the mound. And he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. He'll depart after 5 2/3 as it'll be up to the bullpen to keep his guys in the ball game. Lewis Coleman will slide in now and try and work out of this one.
number 31, Lewis Coleman.
Stepping in now, Michael Taylor. And he lays off there, 1-0.
Well, that 2-seam fastball ran a little too much off the plate, but now that sets him up to work with something away and maybe even an off-speed pitch.
And he misses low with it, 2-0. And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike. Runners at second and third with 2 gone. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Jose Lobaton would be next. And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
Now batting, catcher,
Jose Lobaton steps into the box here in one of the bigger spots in the ballgame so far. Bases juiced now with 2 away.
Yeah, and this is one of those make-or-break moments in a ballgame, Matt. You don't want to let an opportunity like this in the middle innings get away from you.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
Yeah, definitely taken all the way. Not a bad idea with the bases loaded.
Down and away, ball 1.
Just did manage to catch that one with the last 2 inches of his glove. That could have been trouble.
Looking to minimize the damage here. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. Bautista is there to make the catch, and they'll escape the bases-loaded jam by giving up just 1 run. 1 for the Nationals on the RBI double. Bottom of the 6th is straight ahead. It's now 3-1 Washington. Ben Zobrist will come forward now to start out their half of the 6th, and they've found it rough sailing against this starter so far as he's yielded just 2 hits through the first 5.
Not too many hard hit balls there either. He's had them off balance all game.
Action now in the Washington bullpen as a right-hander begins to get loose. And he takes ball 1. For that man right there, just the 1 run allowed. The question is, can he make that lead stand up?
Well, he hasn't shown too many signs of cracking so far. He's got the look of someone right now who's ready to go the distance.
That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. And able to lay off the fastball away here. 2-1 now. Here's a little chopper up the middle. A bare hand play by Espinosa. He's out.
No way. That was awesome. And, you know, sometimes these guys make it look so easy, we forget how difficult it is to make a play like that. Not only did he barehand this ball, but he also made a sweet throw on the run over to first base. So often you'll see a guy airmail or short hop a throw like that because of the bad grip you have on the ball. But not in this case. That's a nice play.
Standing in now, Maikel Franco. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0.
You know, he's pitched a really nice ball game to this point, but this is a big moment for him. Getting through the heart of this order at this stage of his outing would be huge.
Scherzer gets the sign. Here it is on 1-0. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away. So he's just a third of an inning away from putting up another 0 as we take a look at the ball clubs with the lowest team ERAs.
Yeah, and there you see where they rank in that stat category. When your team ERA is that low, it definitely takes the pressure off the offense a little bit. More importantly, it gives you a chance to win every single night.
Brandon Jordan is at the plate as he watches ball 1.
Still a little bit early to be worrying about this, but in a 2-run game, a 2-out walk here would at least get the tying run to the plate. And on top of that, this guy has some pop.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Heading out towards shallow right. Harper moving to his left. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. They still trail it here 3-1. Welcome back to Citizens Bank Park here in Philadelphia. Nationals on top in this one as we get ready for the 7th, but first let's check out the game summary to see how we got here. Jake Diekman is on his way into the ball game now as he'll be making his 50th appearance of the year.
Jake Diekman.
Danny Espinoza steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far.
Danny Espinoza.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
It seems like he's just dancing around him so far in this at-bat. No fastballs yet. He's behind 2-0. I know what I'm looking for if I'm hitting.
The 2-0 pitch. 3-0 now. One thing that man right there will not tolerate, leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
And at the plate, he might have been told, look, you're taken until you get a strike. Not a bad idea.
He's set. Here's the 3-1. 3-2 now. Swing and a miss, and they'll come all the way back from 3-0 to punch him out. 1 away.
Yeah, he did a great job of battling back from being down 3-0 to start the inning. Well, things weren't looking all that good, but he didn't panic. He trusted his stuff, and he comes right back with 3 good pitches to get the strikeout.
Into the box now, Max Scherzer, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1. Swing and a miss on the sinker, and it's 1-2. Tried to shoot the corner, and he missed it. 2-2.
Well, these are just extra pitches adding to your pitch count. I don't see why you wouldn't just go right after him.
We're in the 7th inning with a good finish brewing. 3-1 our score. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
I'd say he's made a pretty good impression since coming on. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts to start the inning.
DENARD Span stands in, looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here, with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
Hard to call that an off-speed pitch when it's a changeup at 88. That's a fastball for a lot of guys in this league.
Here's the 0-1. On, could we see another strikeout here? It's 0-2 now.
Oh, and he sure got a good one, doesn't he? That ball goes from about knee-high to ankle-high in the matter of about 5 feet.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Yeah, with the bases empty, that's the right spot for that 0-2 pitch. Make him see if he'll chase that slider.
Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. Chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
Yeah, that's a great pitch on 1-2. You start it in the zone, and hopefully you'll get that guy thinking he needs to protect. It turned out to be a good take.
The 2-2 pitch. Full count now. 3-2.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a 3rd time.
Chopped in front of home plate. Mathis scoops it up. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Washington, but they hang on to a 3-1 lead. Adrian Beltre will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
Swing and a liner, but foul. And some action out in that Washington bullpen now as we see both a left-hander and a right-hander throwing. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Boy, I'll tell you, to be down 0-2 against a guy like this with the stuff he's got tonight, not a comfortable spot to be in.
And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2. And here's a ball lifted high into foul ground down the right field line. Harper is over near the stands as he makes the catch for the first down.
We get a look there at his pitches by inning. He's at 81 now after that last pitch, so he should be good for a little while longer.
Jose Bautista stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Scherzer into the windup. Here it is. Too high, 1-0.
Counts 1-0.
Who pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike. Boy, that changeup's had him eaten out of his hand.
Oh, and they've been falling all over themselves trying to get it. But you just got to know that that's not going to be a strike. It looks like it is, but it isn't.
And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd out.
Another guy retired there. You see his pitching line to this point. It's phenomenal. Just 2 hits, both of them were singles. He's hardly even been in trouble. Thorough domination so far.
Curtis Granderson will stand in. He struck out and popped out in 2 trips.
Well, not a great start at the plate. We'll see if he can get something to drive right here.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0. Swing and a miss for strike one.
And that pitch count is 88 now, but to me, he looks good to go.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. And this one runs a little too far in. Ball two. And Granderson trying to work his way aboard. He's got it to 3-1 now.
And with that tying run on deck, he should get something good to hit right here. 3-1. More than likely a fastball.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. And this one misses for ball four. So the Phillies have got themselves a two-out base runner.
Well, now the further he goes in this one, the less precise he's going to be with his location. You can see it up on the screen. He's up over 90 pitches here, so he's starting to get tired and running out of gas out there.
Jeff Mathis will dig in now, hoping to perhaps make him pay for the two-out walk.
Yeah, nothing going on earlier in this inning, but a chance to make some noise right here. Those kind of walks often seem to come back and bite guys somehow.
Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut. Can't imagine guys like that too much.
Yeah, not too much indeed. You start getting into the danger area when it's up and in that high.
Just missing here. 2-0.
A much better approach here at the plate so far. He's not working from behind in the count like he has his first few at-bats.
Two out with the man at first. Left a change out there for him, but he missed it. 2-1.
Boy, and a great 2-0 pitch there. Got him thinking fastball. And this looked like a fastball out of his hand, but it turns out to be a real effective changeup instead.
Two balls and a strike. Here it is. And my goodness, that nearly got him as he had to back away from it. It's ball three. Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line. And this will fall, but it's a foul ball. Hit hard to short. And that will conclude matters here in the seventh. Phillies strand one. Score holds. It's 3-1. Leading off the inning, Ian Desmond, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning.
Desmond.
Now here's the pitch. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike one. This man out for a second inning of work, and why not? He set him down 1-2-3 the last time around.
Right, and with two strikeouts mixed in there as well. Just let him keep going.
The 0-1 delivery. Hard hit ball to second. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Right fielder, number 34.
Time to bring you up to date on the numbers for our two starters. It's our starter comparison, and the hometown 9 have had trouble generating much by way of hits, as you can see by the left side of your screen. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Bryce Harper. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
He's set. Here it comes. Hard liner toward short. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
I tell you, that one's coming in fast, but it's going out faster. Does he square this one up or what? You bet he does.
Here's Ryan Zimmerman now. As he'll take a changeup here for strike one. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Eighth inning of this low-scoring affair. 3-1 our score. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. So this is pulled in by the shortstop. Visiting Nationals holding the lead here in the 8th as you get a look at our line score to this point in the game. Luke Ramey stands in, looking to build off that RBI double from his last plate appearance.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike one. And he misses with it, 1-1. And he's got to be careful now that some of these borderline calls don't get him started going downhill.
Yeah, and sometimes it's really easy to dwell on those, but you have to keep looking forward. It's not easy, but you've got to do it if you want to have success.
A runner on first with 2 away. And the slider is low and inside as he just about got him there.
That's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone, all that can do is tie you up.
2-1, here it is. And this one's low here, so the count swells to 3-1.
Well, this is a good fastball spot for him now, and keep in mind, he's got a big hole on that right side of the infield.
Ready on 3-1, here it comes. And this pitch misses for ball 4. So that's going to move a runner into scoring position now with 2 away.
Michael Taylor.
Striding into the box, Michael Taylor. He drew a walk his first time up. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
And that's what he needed here with 2 outs. He couldn't afford to fall behind another guy here in the inning, so that's a good job to jump in that driver's seat with strike 1.
2 down, runners at first and second. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Nats leave a pair, and it's still 3-1. Wilson Ramos will try and get his club back into it here as he'll pinch hit to lead off the home half of the 8th. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Well, that man right there is into his 8th inning of work now. Any concerns going forward?
Well, I think the only thing you have to worry about is that pitch count you see right there. Other than that, he's earned the right to stay out there. Usually the other team will tell you when you're starting to get tired.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Time to be alert for signs of tiring here in the 8th. He's a pitch away from 100. Hit in the air to center field. Span is under it. He's got it one away. So you've got to figure he's got a good chance here to finish this one off. And with that in mind, we take a look at the league leaders in complete games.
Yeah, and there he is in that 4th spot in the National League. When he's out there, you know he expects himself to get deep into ball games. And he's done that in this one.
REVERE gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now 2-0. 1 out, nobody on. Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. Set to deliver on 2-1. Hit hard to short. There is Desmond. On to first, and Scherzer's on a roll now. 2 away.
Man, it's kind of been one of those days. There haven't been too many balls hit hard. And even when they do hit one hard, it's an atom ball.
Ben Zobrist will stand in for the 4th time now. Still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far, and they've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
Pitch on the way. This is hit the other way out toward left field. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Phillies down in order, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Back in the city of brotherly love with Major League Baseball on the show. Marco Estrada will come on now to start the 9th inning as he looks to keep this deficit for the bottom of the 9th.
Estrada.
Kicking off the top of the 9th, Jose Lobaton, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1. And there's ball 1. Couldn't lay off that time, and it's 1-2. Line drive to center field, and there's a base hit, and this could wind up as an important insurance strike here as the leadoff man's aboard to start the 9th.
And they're keeping the pressure on, even with the 2-run lead here in the 9th. Well, they'd love to increase their lead a bit before they take it to the bottom of the 9th. That's for sure.
Danny Espinoza ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Nobody out, runner on first. And it's quickly 0-2. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Curveball bounces, and this one gets away. And he is safe at second base as the decision to move up pays off, and that'll likely be scored a wild pitch.
And sometimes those curveballs, when they hit the dirt, they've got a lot of spin on them. They react in funny ways. Here it looks like he's in good position to block this thing, but it winds up kicking away, and that's a wild pitch.
No one out with a runner at second. To the hole left side, and it's through, a base hit. Now the throw comes quickly into the third baseman, so they're at the corners now to begin the inning.
Well, that's not a hanger either. He goes down and beats a good pitch on 2 strikes. And you see, this pitch, it's falling out of the strike zone, but he goes down and manages to get good wood on it.
Salvador Perez will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 13, Salvador Perez.
Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1.
Not a bad idea to take a look at that one there. Now that you've seen the curveball, you can start to get a better gauge on it. Get a feel for what it looks like coming out of the pitcher's hand.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Zobrist is there. There's one. And that didn't work out too well as the pinch hitter comes on to bounce into a double play.
Well, this is a potential rally killer right here. They do get 1 run, but it costs them 2 outs in the process.
Here's the center fielder, DENARD Span. As he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. And this is swung on, and it'll be another chance out there at second. And a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for the Nationals. Heart of the order, 3, 4, and 5 will get their shot in the bottom of the 9th. It's the Nationals 4 and the Phillies 1.
Your attention, please. Now
Save situation coming up now as they'll hand the ball over to the right-hander Drew Storen to try to get the final 3 outs. Striding in to start the 9th, Michael Franco, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1. In there, and it's even at 1.
Here's a guy that understands. It's all about getting on base at this point, so good idea there just to wait for strike 1.
And he lays off for a ball. 2-1.
You got to think one thing here. Get on base. A walk will do the trick.
Here's a fly ball now lifted in the air out to right. Oh, and he misses it. He'll take the turn and head for second.
He's around second now, and they still haven't gotten to this thing. He's around third, not done yet.
And a relay home, and he is in there.
Yeah, you know, I don't even know if I want to touch this one. I have a feeling that when these guys get back to the dugout, we're going to be able to hear what their manager is saying from up here.
Brandon Jordan stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Righty against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0.
That's what you have to do against a big sweeping slider like that. It starts in the zone and is probably going to finish out of the zone, so that's a good job just to lay off.
Storen's ready. Here's the 1-0. Too much bite on the sinker, and he's behind 2-0 now. Swing hard liner to left center, and that'll split the gap as it should be extra bases. Running hard, he's digging for second, and he's in there safely. He's got a double.
And this has been a team struggling to get any offense going, so they needed this. In fact, this is just their first extra base hit of the night so far, so they need to make something come of it.
So a crucial moment here, and standing in, ADRIAN BELTRE. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only one.
Yeah, you know, sometimes guys get caught up in thinking about being the big hero. The key here, though, is just keep it simple. See the ball, hit the ball. Usually the best results come with that mindset.
Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball one. Nervous time now in that third base dugout.
Heck, nervous time up here. My heart's racing, and I'm just watching this game.
That one's going to find the seats. Strike one. Way outside, nearly to the backstop. 2-1. It's been much harder work than I think he anticipated.
Yeah, he came in here trying to shut the door, and he has not had an easy time of it at all.
A runner at second, nobody out. Grounded to third. Ramey fields it cleanly. Throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other. One away.
Well, you're not going to advance that runner if you're going to hit the ball right there. This forces him to hold at second base, and depending on how things turn out from here, that could very easily wind up costing you a run.
Jose Bautista stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. One out and a runner on second base. Slider, and it's off his glove, and it bounces away. Throw to the plate, but not in time as the run scores, and the lead is trimmed to 1.
Well, that's just a real letdown out there. Once this ball gets away, you figure, all right, he's going to move up to third. But then they lose track of what's going on back there, and he winds up coming all the way around to score.
Hot shot on the ground is short, and that gets through, so he'll have his first base hit, make him 1 for 4 in the game now.
A good job to get on base there as the tying run. So now, it wouldn't surprise me to see a pinch runner here so they can get a little speed out there at first.
Anthony Rendon will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Anthony Rendon.
And they'll start the at-bat with a slider that didn't miss by a whole lot. It's ball one.
They're definitely making him work out there. He came in trying to shut the door, and he has not had an easy time of it.
Here comes the 1-0. 2-0 now.
Well, two very good takes here. You can see they're trying to get him to hit something on the ground, but he's going to make him bring something up.
Runners on first with one down. Back to the mound and off his leg. Throw gets him, so they are able to get an out on an unusual play. And hopefully the pitcher's okay.
Well, it was that run in the top of the ninth that turned out to be the game winner as they hold on here and win this one on the road by the slimmest of margins.
A tight ball game all throughout. Winds up a slim one-run victory in the end as we get you one final look at our line score. And guys, the Nationals were given an excellent start here by the gentleman you see in action there, Max Scherzer. What a performance he turned in. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, he wound up turning things over to his bullpen in the ninth, but still, 8 strong innings for him. And he was hitting his spots all game long.